A pleasant day, Ma'am Cora, and to all my classmates. I will now present my case study entitled Factors Affecting Effective Communication on Public Service Delivery, a case study in the local government unit of Basud, Camarines Norte. I chose this topic because it is related to human behavior organization and also it is connected in public administration. Aside from that, I had one experience that pushed me to analyze this case, and later I will share that, but for now, allow me to start with my introduction. Government communication is the essential lifeblood and the strategic element in service delivery. Government's ability to deliver optimally transparent, productive communication and interaction at all levels is a key to a nation's future success. Communication and service delivery in local governments have a strong relationship. Indeed, they are inseparable for effective organizational functioning and development. Communication is the most important aspect of service delivery management. The municipality of Basud became an independent municipality in 1908 by virtue of Executive Order Number 114. It is a third-class municipality composed of 29 barangays. The primary responsibility for the provision of basic services usually rests with city or municipal government. That is why effective communication is required for local government to provide a quality public service for the citizens. The study intended to uncover the factors that affect effective communication on delivering public service in light of empirical data supporting all the basic information gathered regarding how communication affects public service delivery. Statement of the problem: a primary function of local municipalities is to provide sufficient, affordable, and high-quality basic services. The health and well-being of citizens are directly linked to service delivery. However, many developing countries face issues in coordination, governance, resources, and capability, which are worsened by the speed and extent of urbanization. For the local government unit to deliver public service, effective communication must establish. So the study aims to answer the following problems. First, what factors affects effective communication in the delivery of services in Basud local government unit? Second, what measures can be put in place to eliminate the communication problems in order to improve quality service delivery in Basud local government unit? These are the objectives of the study. First, to investigate the factors that affects effective communication in the delivery of services in Basud local government unit. Second, to determine measures that can be put in place to eliminate the communication problems in order to improve quality service delivery in Basud local government unit. The literature review of the study. This chapter presents a review of related literature, including a brief background on how communication affects public service delivery that may be relevant to the occurrence of the problem, as well as supporting studies in order to provide the best possible foundation for recommendations on factors affecting effective communication on public service delivery. Strong communication in local government creates trust in its citizens by Eisenstein 2019. In research from GSDRC 2015, Effective communication can help to promote good governance. The obligation to disclose information encourage the government, both central and local, to build communication channels to public by Brook et al. 2007. According to Suban 2016, strategic communication within the public sector is a direct determinant of the quality of service delivery provided to the constituency of the current regime. Delivering these services is at the heart of what most government agencies do, but the expectations of the citizens keep rising. And the only way this expectation can be met is by delivering such services effectively by ACAAB 2016. The methodology of the study. It is critical to conduct a thorough literature review to assist the researcher in expanding their knowledge in the field. A literature review can broadly be described as a more or less systematic way of collecting and synthesizing previous research. An effective and well-conducted review as a research method creates a firm foundation for advancing knowledge and facilitating theory development. By integrating findings and perspectives from many empirical findings, a literature review can address research questions with a power that no single study has. A literature review is a survey of scholarly sources on a specific topic. It provides an overview of current knowledge, allowing you to identify relevant theories, methods, and gaps in the existing research. One of the most important requirements in this study is quality evaluation, which necessitates a higher degree of study formality in order to adopt correct recommendations and solutions for the factors affecting effective communication in public service delivery. Areas of consideration. The researcher identified the following communication barriers that may affect public service delivery based on related literature and studies. First, physical barriers. It is due to nature of the environment or workplace. Second, system design faults. These refer to the problem with the structure or systems in place in an organization. Third, psychological factors. It is the person's state of mind. The personal emotions affect communication among employees and even service delivery. Fourth, individual linguistic ability. The use of difficult or inappropriate words in communication can prevent people from understanding the message. Poorly explained or misunderstood message can also result in confusion. We can all think of situations where we have listened to something explained which we just could not grasp. Last, the overload information. A message cannot be received if it contains too much information. Overload of information causes the message gets receiver to shut down and stop receiving altogether. In local governments, for example, service providers are few in comparison to the number of people they are supposed to deliver services to. The alternative course of action. First, regular reports. Another way to improve communication inside a company is to write a regular reports. While employees must give upward communication, managers and supervisors must provide downward communication via regular communication reports. Both the upper and lower branches of an organization will have a better knowledge of what is going on and what needs to be done if they receive regular reports from each other. The advantages of regular reports are it gives consolidated and updated information and disclose unknown info as well as gives reliable details, but the disadvantages of doing reports can be time-consuming for the employees. Second, the multiple channels, meetings, in-person communication, memoranda, and emails are all examples of channels. The value of each given message is increased by employing numerous channels and receiving multiple notifications. Repetition is used to emphasize a point. The advantages of multiple channels is it transmits organizational information widely, but the disadvantages is that it might create a misunderstanding and conflict in the organization. Next is the seminar and workshops. Local governments should organize lectures and workshops every few weeks. These also provide a break from the daily routine. Employees can be taught various strategies and techniques for improving communication abilities, presentation skills, and writing skills during these seminars. This has the potential to improve service delivery. These abilities are critical for success and assist employees to influencing the perception of others in all professional and personal encounters. The advantage of seminars and workshops is that this helps employees to enhance their skills and capabilities. The next is the availability. The superiors or managers have to make themselves available so that those below them in the hierarchy can consult them at any given point. Many times, issues remain unsolved in an organization because the concerned person is not available. Only when one is available there can be exchange of information that helps decision making and communication. Similarly, in local governments, there is need for organizing budget conferences so that all stakeholders can discuss all necessary input needed to produce quality service delivery. The advantages of availability is that concerns and problems will resolve immediately. However, the disadvantages of this is that superiors might receive a lot of distractions. The conclusion of the study. In respect to the review of related literature presented and discussed according to the different scholars, the information obtained gives a picture of what is on the ground related to the study. The variables affecting effective communication and public service delivery must be addressed effectively and appropriately. This can be a major problems in the local government unit that will affect the provision of services to the people. In conclusion, it is important to take steps to prevent or limit the problems of having ineffective communication in the organization or in the branch of any other government, because this will affect their purpose and obligation to serve the citizens in delivering public welfare. Effective communication among government employees must be established to have a better public service. Recommendation of the study. The researcher has therefore come up with the following recommendation in order to guide in improving communication for effective service delivery. First, there is need to strengthen the communication channels and should be used effectively, involving all stakeholders, including community members, local leaders, and service providers, so as to improve on quality service delivery. Second, Giving feedback must be considered because it is a critical component of effective organizational communication. Employee feedback benefits the firm in a variety of ways. First, employees believe that their ideas and proposals are valued and that their input is critical to the company's or organization's success. Second, these feedbacks assist the company in spotting faults and loopholes in rules, structures, and procedures, allowing essential modifications to be made whenever appropriate, enhancing service delivery efficiency. Third, relevant feedback helps to make employees' job easier and more enjoyable. Third, the local government must conduct team-building activities to instill strong teamwork in all employees. Teamwork is one of the most crucial characteristics in today's world when competition is fierce. To accomplish this, all workers must understand the concept and accept the necessity of communication. It takes work to improve communication. It just doesn't happen. As I said earlier, I had an experience that pushed me to analyze this case. So it is about the wrong information that I received from one of the government staff of LGU. That time, I'm asking if there is an educational assistance for college student like me. And the staff said meron. She asked me a couple of questions about my personal information, including my course and school. After that, she gave me the list of requirements. So dahil sa kagustuhan ko makatanggap ng educational assistance, I immediately rushed to compile the requirements needed. And when I complete all the requirements, I went back to the LGU to pass the requirements. And then other employee accommodated me and said that I was not qualified because I'm studying at public school. So I told her that there's a staff that said it was okay that I was still qualified even if I'm studying in public school. Then I saw that employee who said that, and I asked her again, but she denied me. So I choose to say nothing na lang to avoid conflict because I'm just a student. But it was so disappointing story that I experienced because I was hoping I spent time, money, and effort to compile the requirements needed. But at the end, I gained nothing. So that's it. I wanted to share the thing that served as my motivation in doing this case study. And maybe with this, it will not happen again because effective communication of employee is needed particularly in LGU in order to deliver the public service correctly and efficiently. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.